Picture this. It's a Tuesday evening. You come out of the grocery store, arms full. You get in the car and you turn the key. Nothing, just a click. Now you're standing in a parking lot watching the sun go down, waiting on a tow truck, doing the math on what this is about to cost you. So ask yourself one honest question. Is the sedan in your driveway going to put you in that spot someday? Because here's what nobody at the dealership wants to say out loud. Walk into any barbershop, any family cookout, any break room in America, and ask what a reliable sedan is, and you already know the answer you're going to get. Just get a Camry. You can't go wrong with an Accord. It's practically an American proverb at this point, and for years, that was true. But the newest versions of these two cars have quietly changed. The base Accord now pairs a small turbocharged engine with a CVT, a transmission that uses a steel belt instead of real gears. And the new Camry only comes as a hybrid now, with a sticker that's crept up close to 30 grand. Meanwhile, you're still paying extra for a reputation that was earned 20 years ago. Here's the part that stings. A warranty is a company betting its own money on how long the car will last. Toyota and Honda both bet 5 years or 60,000 miles on their powertrains. Two of the three cars I'm about to show you bet 10 years and 100,000 miles. Double in writing. Who sounds more confident to you? Today I'm giving you three brand new 2026 sedans, every one under $30,000, that are built to go the distance. Simple, proven parts instead of the fancy stuff that breaks. The kind of car you can start on a cold morning and just trust. If you believe reliability matters more than luxury, hit the like button, because that's exactly what this ranking is about. Sedans that actually make sense long-term. And stick around to the end, because the number one pick just did something most folks won't believe. It walked into J.D. Power's own quality and reliability study and outscored the Camry and the Accord. Both of them. Let's get into it. Sedan number 3. The Mazda 3. The regular gas model. Let me start with the part that matters most, because this is where the Mazda 3 beats the Accord flat out. Over the last 10 years, almost every car maker chased the same two trends: tiny turbocharged engines and CVT transmissions. They look great on paper, but let me tell you what's actually going on under the hood. A CVT doesn't have real gears. It uses a steel belt sliding up and down on a set of pulleys. It works fine when the car is new, but every time you press the gas hard to merge onto a highway, that belt wears down a little more. And when it finally goes, you're looking at a repair bill that can run thousands of dollars. A turbo has its own problem. It squeezes big power out of a small engine by running extremely hot and putting huge pressure on the seals inside. Year after year, that heat and pressure add up. Mazda looked at all of that and said no thanks. The Mazda 3 runs a 2.5-liter engine with no turbo at all. It just breathes normal air. It runs cooler, it runs under way less stress, and it sidesteps every one of those headaches. And it's bolted to a real 6-speed automatic with actual gears inside. The kind of setup that's been around for decades and that any mechanic in town knows how to fix. It's the automotive version of a cast iron skillet. Simple, proven, almost nothing to break. And this isn't just my opinion. I see cars who study hundreds of millions of real-world data points rank the Mazda 3 sedan as the number 2 most reliable compact car under $25,000 and a top 5 most reliable small car overall. Consumer Reports says the 2026 model should be more reliable than the average new car. That's not hype. That's a decade of receipts. Now here's the part that surprises people. Sit inside one. The soft materials, the quiet cabin, the solid thunk when the door closes. Reviewers keep comparing this interior to cars that cost twice as much. You can even get all-wheel drive for wet, slippery mornings. The honest catch? The back seat is a little snug, and Mazda's warranty is the standard 3 years basic, 5 on the powertrain. Mazda bets everything on the engineering. The next two cars bet on the engineering and put it in writing. Price starts around $24,500. That leaves real breathing room in your budget. Sedan number 2. The Hyundai Elantra. And this one is a full-blown redemption story. Let's be honest, 20 years ago, Hyundai was a punchline. Cheap cars, cheap feel, and everybody knew somebody with a horror story. So Hyundai did something no other car maker had the guts to do. They said, fine, don't trust us, trust the paper. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. It started as an apology. It turned into their greatest weapon, because you cannot keep a promise like that for over 20 years, unless the cars actually live that long. Fast forward to today. The 2026 Elantra starts at $23,870, one of the lowest prices in the whole compact class, and it still carries that decade-long warranty. Kelley Blue Book flat out calls those terms unbeatable. But the version I'd point you to is the Elantra Hybrid, starting around 26 grand. This thing gets up to 54 miles per gallon. That beats the Corolla Hybrid. That beats the Civic Hybrid. And it'll go close to 600 miles on a single tank. That's Dallas to Kansas City without stopping once. Now I know what you're thinking. A hybrid? Isn't that just more stuff to break? Fair question. Here's the answer. In Consumer Reports' latest owner survey, real people, real cars, about 380,000 of them, the Elantra Hybrid earns one of the top reliability scores of any car they track. And that expensive hybrid battery everybody worries about? Hyundai covers it for 10 years and 100,000 miles too. The part you fear most is the part they guarantee the longest. One more thing, and you'll notice a theme on this list. No CVT here either. The Elantra Hybrid uses a real 6-speed with actual gears inside. No belt, no pulleys, no droning on the highway. US News just named it their 2026 best compact hybrid car for the money. Rock bottom price, best-in-class gas mileage, a top-tier reliability score, and a 10-year promise. That's not a budget compromise, that's a cheat code. But it's still not number one. Sedan number 1. The Kia K5. Now here's the one I'd point to without a second of hesitation. And it's the perfect car to end this list on, because it proves everything I've been telling you all video long. This is the only car here that goes after the Camry and the Accord head-on. Same size, same mission, same spot in your driveway. If you've driven a mid-size sedan for years and you don't want to squeeze into something smaller, this is your car, except it looks like it costs 50 grand with that low fastback roofline and those sharp daytime running lights. But looks aren't why it's number 1. This is. In J.D. Power's 2026 quality and reliability rating, the Kia K5 scores an 83 out of 100. The Honda Accord, 82. The Toyota Camry, also 82. Go ahead and hear that again. The brand your uncle told you to stay away from just outscored both legends in one of the most trusted studies in the car business. And it ranks as the number 2 midsize car in America. The student beat the teachers, and remember the 2 big warnings from earlier. No CVT, no turbo. The base K5 checks both boxes. A 191 horsepower 2.5-liter engine that breathes normal air, running through a real 8-speed automatic with actual gears. So while the base Accord is sliding that steel belt around on its pulleys, the K5 just shifts, smooth and solid, year after year. It's practical too. 15.6 cubic feet of trunk space. That's more than a Camry gives you. All-wheel drive is on the menu, which the Accord doesn't even offer. Inside, 2 big 12-inch screens sit side by side and make the Toyota's dashboard look a generation behind. And this isn't some risky new design either. This platform has been on the road since 2021, polished and refined instead of gambled on. And yes, the K5 carries that same 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty I told you about. So stack it all up. A J.D. Power score above both icons. Simple, proven parts. A decade-long promise in writing, and a price of $27,490. Thousands less than the badge tax. Kia went from being the punchline to standing on the podium. That's why the K5 is my number 1. So there are my 3. The Mazda 3, for the driver who wants simple engineering and a cabin that feels twice the price. The Elantra Hybrid, for the person who wants to drive past the gas station all week and sleep easy on a 10-year warranty. And the Kia K5, the true Camry and Accord replacement that beat them both at their own game. And look, I'm not saying the Camry and the Accord are bad cars. They're not. I'm saying they're no longer the only smart answer. The data says those days are over, and your wallet deserves to know it. Before you sign anything, do me a favor. Sit in the seat, take the long test drive, not the 5-minute loop, and ask the salesperson 2 simple questions. What kind of transmission is in this car, and how long is the powertrain warranty? Now you know exactly what those answers mean. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 3 you're leaning toward. Or tell me what you drive right now and how it's holding up. Your story might be exactly what helps the next person watching make the right call. And if this was helpful, please subscribe. Every week we put out honest, no-nonsense car advice, just like this. No hype, no sponsored fluff. Just real information for real buyers who work hard for their money. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Take care and drive safely out there.